been a while since we talked here. Sorry about that. For those of you who are wondering, my wife's surgery went very well. They removed, they think they got all of the cancer for that area. She does still have more cancer, but we're working on it. So I thank you for all your thoughts and your prayers. And it just went great. The doctors were fabulous. Everybody's prayers and everything were so welcome. And it just really did work out just pretty good. Okay, so where are we going today? What are we going to do today? Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. I've been ever since I started my Jeep build, I wanted an awning. You know, and if you've seen off the back, I've had various configurations. I had tried a hexagon awning that I use for my hammock. That didn't work. I picked up a 10 by 10 tarp, a real nice one off of Amazon. That didn't really work very well. So I decided it's time for a real awning. So I did quite a bit of research, and the first thing that I noticed was, man, you can spend a fortune on a good awning. It's crazy. You can spend upwards of $1,000 on a good awning. I didn't want a really good one, but I wanted one that was A, big enough to provide adequate shade and cover from the rain, and B, one that wouldn't break the bank, and C, one that was going to hold up and going to be sturdy. And I think I found it. Now, I will add the caveat here that these are no longer available. This one that I got, I just happened to find it on a fluke. One of the stores in the area, an hour away or so, happened to still have one. They actually discontinued them last year. So what it is this is the Maxi Trac 8x8 awning from Napa, of all places. Napa, the car parts store. So I had it shipped to my local Napa, and I went and I picked it up. And so we're going to install it today and check it out. So the first thing that I realized was I was going to have trouble. First problem that I ran into, and this was a bit of a stinker. So let me grab you guys up here. Don't mind the crazy ride here that we're going to do. Okay, so when I take the little end cap off of my cross beams, my transverse bars, not the longitudinal bars, but the transverse bars, take the little end cap off, and what you're left with, this is an extruded beam, and what's supposed to happen is this is supposed to slide down in there. Okay, and then this mounting bracket sits on top, just like, okay, and this part sits on top. So far we're in okay territory. Yeah, we've got it so far. The problem is that these are made for a bar that has a much narrower extrusion channel, if you will. So you can see here that this bolt turns. It's not supposed to. You're supposed to be able to tighten it down. It just doesn't work if you turn it, if it turns, because then you can't tighten it up. Okay, so I tried all kinds of different ways. I thought about, well, some carriage bolts and some other things and some other, you know, other various solutions, and finally I hit upon one that I think is going to work really, really well. So you can see that even if you were able to stop this from turning, it can tilt and come part way out that extruded channel. So that's no good. So I came up with the idea, what we need is a washer. If we put that washer right on there like that, that washer is the outside diameter of that washer fits in that little top channel perfectly. Okay, that will keep it from tipping and keep it centered in the channel so that the bolt doesn't do that. Okay, but that still didn't answer our question of how am I going to keep this bolt from turning as I tighten it down. And I thought, okay, well, all I got to do is be able to stop it, block it somehow on the edges. I should be easy enough, right? I'm in engineering. I should be able to figure that out. Well, I'll tell you what, it was kind of a pain in the tuchus. But I will show you what I came up with. So get them all with our ratchet. And we tighten them all down. See? Just like so. Now what we do is we just pull out our tent stakes. Just like that. And that sucker ain't going nowhere. That thing is dirty as anything. So so we're going to mount our other bracket. We're going to, I've already shoved this kayak carrier back a little bit. I got to shove the front one back a little bit, mount the front one. Then we will actually mount the awning. See you in a little bit. So as you can see right here on the end, sorry, I'm going to get you up here a little closer. Right up here on the end, there's this little, it's full of metal shavings. That's interesting. There's this little plastic end cap. So you're going to pull off that end cap, and then you're going to feed in your bolts. See, this one actually fits because this was made for it. So these bolts actually fit in there just exactly like they are supposed to. Okay, so we're just going to feed them down just like that. What we're going to do, we're going to tip our awning up, and then we're going to slide these bolts down to about the location that we want them. If we kind of position this thing about where we want it. Now I've already checked. Sticking out like this, the back glass won't hit it. That's a consideration. That's something to think about. I also didn't want it sitting so far over the front that it hung out like a battering ram or something. So I think this is probably pretty good. So what I'm going to do here, we'll move these to their approximate location, just like this. Just like that. So those are kind of in there where they're supposed to be. Now, it does have these little flat brackets, and I think what this is supposed to do is if it pinches over, you know, a longitudinal bar, I'm going to go ahead and use these just to give a little bit more backing to them. So I'm going to put them right like this. I don't think they're going to be necessary. Oh, look at that. They don't fit here. I have to go, oh, look at that. They don't even line up. Well, isn't that something? The holes don't line up. Well, that's an issue. Okay, well, we're not going to install these. That's the first strike against this thing that I've seen so far. So we're going to go ahead. I've got my 4 nuts here. We're going to go ahead and attempt to get this lined up.
Two hours later.
Okay guys, here goes. So when I started researching this these Maxi Trac awnings, I did discover that they could be a little hard to set up with one person. So luckily I'm tall. We're gonna see. I guess we start off, I've never done this before, so we start off by unzipping. Okay, go all the way to the end. Get that all the way down. Okay, we open that up. Instructions? We don't need instructions. We're guys, we don't need instructions. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pop off these Velcros. Okay, and then we're going to unfurl this.
side's in, the other side's in. All right, cool. We're gonna go ahead, I think, and I'm gonna drop this side down. We're kind of on an incline here, so I'm gonna drop this side down a little bit. So it's gonna look a little weird. This side's gonna be a little low. So then it's got all these straps, these little Velcro straps. You take these, and you just kind of strap the side. And then it comes with tie-out straps. Okay, so it's got these little Velcro straps under here, and they come up and over the sidebar, just like that. Okay. Just like that, just like that. Okay, now we're going to come over here on this side. Bring you around here. And we're going to put these up. Okay, get this pole out here a little bit. Yeah, look at that. I think so. What we have here then is we have our awning. That wasn't too bad for the first time. It was all right. And of course, it's got tie outs that you could take from here and pull down.
So my impressions of the Maxi Trac 8x8 awning. It's really heavy duty. It's all metal joints. A lot of them have plastic joints. A lot of people are saying the plastic allows flexibility. I would rather have the strength. I don't know, I guess it's 6 of one, half dozen of another. I don't know which one's necessarily better. I kind of like the fact that it's metal. Also, and I'll show you this, and a lot of them don't have this, is that this end piece here actually goes all the way through. A lot of them just come through the front, and it doesn't come all the way out the back. That gives it a lot more stability and a lot more strength. Okay, you can see this is the 8x8, which is quite large. I mean, come on, it's not quite as tall as I would like it, but I'm kind of on a hill, so actually out camping I would lift these up obviously up against the Jeep. It's going to be a little shorter, but this gives me a covered place to get in, go to sleep, to set my chair, to eat, you know, whatnot. So I really like it. I think this is going to be really good. And once it's pulled tight, you know, a lot of that inner sag will go away. Pretty darn good deal, I'm thinking. I'm gonna take my hat off. Pretty dang good deal. All right, so now for the best part. Okay, so in my research, I found this awning compared to the, I believe it's the ARB is the brand awning, which goes for like $500–600. This has incredibly high quality non-ripstop fabric. It's got all metal joints, or no plastic joints, and I've kind of read mixed bag on that. Some people claim that plastic joints are better because they provide a little more flexibility and they're not as rigid. I don't know. I like this. I like the security of knowing I got metal on the joint. So I did want to show you guys this. So where this cross piece comes along and connects into the end bar, it actually goes through both sides. Most of them only go through one side, so it's not nearly as strong. Also with this, you see this little channel right here. This is for adding, this little channel right here, this is for adding another room. So a little tarp, it slides in there, and I've already got one. And comes down off, and you can really increase your the area that you have that's covered, that's protected from rain and sun and whatnot. So my overall impressions, it's reasonably easy to set up. The second time will be much easier. Get those crossbars out first, then unroll the whole thing. That just goes without saying, I think, and I didn't do that. So very high quality. I'm very pleased with this. The ARB awning that I keep comparing this to, and again, I hope that's the right brand, I believe goes for about $500. This Napa Auto Parts Maxi Trac Awning was, hold on to your shorts, $99.99. That's right, brothers and sisters, $100. That was it. And it is extremely high quality. From the storage bag to the ripstop material, to the strength of the cross beams and the legs, to just everything. I mean, this is a high quality item. This is a great item. I'm extremely glad that I purchased this. I just give it the highest praise. Mounting it was a breeze, just no problem at all. Setup is, like I say, it's going to be a lot quicker the second, third time and on. First time was a little awkward, but all in all, I'm extremely pleased with this. All right, brothers and sisters, so this is the Maxi Trac 8x8 awning. They haven't made them since last year, so if you can find one somewhere, snatch it and get it quick. There are still a handful out there, but boy, you really got to search to find them. So yeah, so I hope you get one or something similar to it. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get out and you get to go camping. All right, brothers and sisters, you know the deal. Love you to pieces. You love on them hard, babies. Love on them hard. There are no guarantees. Talk it.